Hello everyone, it is time for another edition of Old Try Hard Gaming, this case trucking, with me, Roll Cage TV. They say of me, he does the best he can with what he's got, which I know is not a lot of talent, but it is a whole lot of mid-log. That's like isn't Midlager, is that like a German beer or something? Midlog. We are in the middle of Meatlager. Mit is with, so it'd be with log. Anyway, we're in the middle of a logging. I know I left the vehicle not at a good place last episode. Also, last episode, I so humbly apologize if you watched last episode beyond the first 15 seconds or so, for the first 30 seconds. I apologize profusely. I had my Be Right Back screen up. If you watched it beyond the first 15 minutes, you are an absolute trooper, because you waited through until the awful resolution area got through. But I had my Be Right Back screen on. My Be Right Back screen just has a small window preview of what's going on the screen for just such an emergency. And so the audio might have been a little bit low, and the resolution was horrible because I was zoomed in on just that preview screen. The resolution would be like 160 or something. Terrible resolution. I have not edited that yet, but usually when that happens, I edit it so that you don't miss any of the action, but however many minutes it is till I catch it, you will see a very poor resolution of the action. But I am going to edit it some way, and I'm going to have it in either the description or maybe text on the screen or a voiceover or something at the beginning to let people know. But please be assured you didn't miss anything. You missed good resolution, but you didn't miss anything. You will see it all. All right. I am going to hit a button here on my headset and see if it makes my audio sound any better. So hold on a second. All right, now I'm gonna see if that sounds any better, because I couldn't hear it in my ears before. But now let's see if that sounds any better, less muffled or what. That I think that sounds a little bit better to me. I'm not sure what setting it is I set, but I think that sounds better to me. So we're gonna continue on, because my headset has a tendency to reset from noise reduction to mic monitoring, and I think that with the noise thing reduction, it makes my voice sound muffled. It's not supposed to affect the mic, but I think it does. Anyway, all right, let's go. I'll keep a note I'll make a thing in my note whether the settings should be on beep boop or boop beep. Just the only way I know what setting it's on. I get feedback on the audio. So I have logs. I have what should be 9 logs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, is that only 8 logs? No, 9. There's a 9th log back there. 9 logs in a sideboard semi-trailer. They're medium logs, and I am taking them down to here, which is the garage, the long way around, because there's no easy way not the long way around. No way that's likely to not dump all the logs. Once I get them to the garage, I am dumping them off, because you'll see there's 3 logs there. In fact, it shows them all stacked up. Oh, shows them stacked up neatly. It's interesting. There's 3 logs there. When I get all these 9 logs with those 3 logs, it'll be 12 logs. Now 3 logs make a load, which means I'll have 4 medium log loads, which is what it says right there. And then I will take this truck, reconfigure it to be able to take 2 medium logs at a time, because I can't take 4 medium logs at a time in any way. And then take the dreaded trip up here, and with chain tires. Right now I have mud tires, so I'm going to switch to chain tires for this segment, because this is, even though there's a little water there, it's very icy, and getting over these rocks, I think chain tires will help me. But I do have another truck here that can come forward, and that can come forward and help lift me up. But then this part is very muddy, but we'll see how the chain tires do. I do have things to grapple on. Drop them off, come back again, reload them with the crane, go back and do it again. Now I know I can still keep the crane and keep the semi-trailer, so maybe I'll do the double logging trailer. I'm not sure I can do a bed with the logging crane, a medium log bed. I don't think I can. So I'll probably be taking the trailer that has double medium logs, but we'll see. We have some adventure to get there in the meantime. Also, I didn't necessarily stop in the best place because I stopped in a hurry, but actually it's not too bad, because this is pretty well frozen ice, so not a place where I'm going to get back, logged down. That's not the word I'm looking for. Slogged down? Bogged down, that's the word, bogged down. Rhymes with log, bog. I know it was something that rhymed with something. Now I have on the map, I have doubling back to get more fuel. I may or may not have to do that. I don't think I'm going to have to do that. I do have extra fuel with me in my fuel tank. About 65 gallons I think I have, so about half a tank. So if I don't have to make that extra trip, then I think I'll be fine. Yeah, fine. As long as I still have about 65 gallons, I'll be able to refill from my extra tank, and I'll have more than enough. And since I'm shuttling back and forth to the garage, I can always fill up at the trailer store at the garage with a fuel trailer. So trying to fill, still don't know if I have the dots in exactly the right places, but yeah, see, that's way off. That dot is way off. No, I come over here. Right? Yeah, I think I come over here and go around there. Because that's not even a trail there. I mean, I guess it is a trail, but it's not a trail that I take. I hug along the rocks until I have to go down into the swampy area. So let me take a look at these. Yeah, this is something like this. Something like that. And then I come down here to go into the swampy area. I have to get around this rock ledge, but then I come down into the swampy area. And maybe it's there, or maybe it's all the way over here, actually. It's hard to tell on the map. There's lines on the map, at least, which is better than in Kola Peninsula. But, yeah. And I'm listening back my, I'm putting lines where I need to here. Just to try to, okay, so it's around here, it hugs those, it hugs the rock, and then it hugs the trees. And then it comes around the trees there, I believe, between the rocks. Yes, got it. Okay, I've got the trail. And there is a nice trail. It's a little hard to see on the map, but it's no worse than the trails that are on Alaska. Whereas Kola Peninsula was just plain awful. Do I have? Yeah, everything's active then. Hopefully, I rebooted my roommate's phone, so hopefully I won't have trouble with the mute, the software that operates my mute button going weird. Because it's a long stream, an early stream, I'm going to have to get some of my binging in during the break. So for those of you watching on YouTube or on Twitch, be prepared to have some binging done. This might take me an extra minute or two. Okay, it's not quite there. It is actually over here and then there, but I am actually not going to do these. And yes, you can delete points by hitting the same button you used to add points, but sometimes it doesn't work so well, and you have to you do not have to delete points from the end. You can delete points from the middle by using the same control that you use to add points. You can grab a line and hold the button down and then drag it over, so you can move intermediate points. You can also delete intermediate points with the same button. However, deleting points and moving points can sometimes bug out and you accidentally get a second point added there. And the secret for that is to just turn a little bit. Turn a few degrees, try it again, turn a few degrees, try again. You have to make sure that the point you're trying to do that with is highlighted. But if it doesn't work, you can turn a few degrees, try it again, turn a few degrees, try it again. And if you add like several of them, you might have to keep turning until you're sure that you're not adding more but deleting existing ones. It's frustrating, but it's still a functionality that they don't have documented. Deleting intermediate points and moving intermediate points. Yeah, these chain tires are doing okay. We'll see how they do in the deep mud, where it's flooded out, but they're doing okay. They seem to be decent all around. Now, the mud tires I use are not the mud tires that come with this truck. The mud tires that come with this truck are unbelievable. And if you buy the vehicle and you don't want to buy all of my vehicles are external to any season paid DLC vehicles that you get right from the start. You don't have to you don't have to find them on the map. They're vehicles that are separated from any map. So like this vehicle comes with the Mastodon pack, and the Mastodon pack has just this one vehicle, the 612H. Whereas I also have the GMC Brigadier, and that came in a 2-pack with a couple of GMC vehicles. Also, the Jeep Wrangler came in a Jeep pack, which came with a couple vehicles. And I also used the Rezvani Hercules, which was just a single vehicle pack. So vehicle packs. I also have the tires from the Jack of All Tires pack, and I use those tires on this vehicle rather than the ones that come with this vehicle. This vehicle comes with the best mud tires in the game. So this is the one DLC pack, the Mastodon pack, that I really recommend. I don't necessarily recommend you get any of the other packs because those vehicles are adequate. The problem is you have to find upgrades for them. Where these vehicles, most of the upgrades you get just by increasing your reward, increasing your player level. And but that's okay. You can use this vehicle to do your hauling, and you won't have to worry about tipping over. And that's the main thing. This is a very much a quick start vehicle. It has the mud tires. You can use it to do the heavy work. And then as you get levels, you can switch to other vehicles. The issue is scouting. I do recommend, if you want a good scout vehicle, the Rezvani Hercules, I think, is an awesome vehicle. Some people don't like it. They think it becomes obsolete. Squirrel, how you doing? Sunday fun day today. Squirrel, I have a question for you. Did you get an ad when you first joined the stream? I'm trying to make sure that I have my ad settings right. You should not have gotten an ad when you first joined the stream. Because pre-roll ads should be suppressed while I'm in the action. And no mid-roll ads should always be suppressed. Mid-roll ads are ads that interrupt the action. If you ever see an ad while I'm in the middle of the action, that means something screwed up with my settings. Which can happen because Twitch changes around their settings, I think on purpose, just to try to get people that don't like ads on their stream to surprise them with ads. I never allow Twitch to schedule their own ads during the stream. I run my own ads only during my breaks. That is my commitment to you, as long as Twitch doesn't change the rules. If Twitch changes the rules and I have to change some setting to change it back. Thanks for the feedback, Squirrel. Yeah, it's an ever-growing battle with Twitch. I have a lot of things to say about Twitch. And YouTube, as far as the ads. Anyone who's watched content or tried to produce content knows that both platforms have gotten completely out of hand with the ads. It used to be, you know, you'd have an ad on YouTube and it was like, oh, skip in 30 seconds. Okay, I can skip it in 30 seconds, or I can, you know, sit through maybe sit through that ad and then maybe the next 30-second ad or whatever, and I'll be fine. Now on YouTube, I've seen, the longest one I saw was skip in 90 seconds. Like, you are not giving me an opportunity to even skip an ad until a minute and a half. At least they have added the feature of next on YouTube, so maybe if the first ad of that 90 seconds is 30 seconds, after 5 seconds you might get to say next. But then you're probably still going to be stuck with 1 minute of ads that are unskippable or something. It's gotten crazy. Also, I don't think you get... Oh, you don't get ads anyway because you're a subscriber. That's right, you're a subscriber this month. Well, you do me no good. You're nobody to test. I could make you a mod if you'd like. I need a mod that's going to be around. You interested in becoming a mod? I could mod you right now. You seem like a reliable folk. A mod will know if somebody says something that involves one of the 4 forbidden topics, and then they can delete it. The forbidden topics are politics, religion, Coke versus Pepsi, or Ford versus Chevy. So if somebody comes up and they say Chevy or Coke or something, you'll see the message, and you'll be able to tell them, I'm sorry, we don't allow controversial topics here. You can just type that right in the chat. It'll be very funny. Anyway, let me know. None of the mods I have a few mods, but none of the mods I have, I got them either when I was producing different content, like SnowRunner, or very just, you know, life is life, and they haven't been around. They can't be around when I'm streaming. They're not around much anymore, that kind of thing. So Always looking for reliable mods on Twitch, but don't just volunteer if I don't know you, because it won't happen. I had somebody volunteer once, and I wasn't sure about them because they admitted to being very young, and which is, you know, nothing bad in and itself, but they were also very immature for their age. Which, if you're 13 and you're immature for your age, that's not good. And the first thing they said was, my first interaction with them was, "Can I be a mod?" I was like, no. Somebody comes in and their first interaction is, "Can I be a mod?" You're not going to be a mod. Anyway, but I do need more mods on Twitch, so if you're watching the VOD, you like to watch on Twitch, but you couldn't make this stream, or you're watching on YouTube and you sometimes watch on Twitch and you want to be a mod, let me know. Whisper me on Twitch. Don't leave a comment on the YouTube video. You have to whisper me on Twitch. Because if you contact me via YouTube, then how do I know you even have a Twitch channel? Well, I hope things go better today. Thank you, Squirrel, for catching. I mentioned at the beginning of this YouTube segment that the last YouTube segment got screwed up because the Be Right Back screen was up. Thank you for catching it. It was only about the first 13 minutes. I haven't had a chance to download and edit that yet. I'll probably download it today, but then I won't edit it till Monday. Which is going to give me a lot more work on Monday, because on Monday, which is tomorrow for me, I have 6 SnowRunner videos to edit, so I get one day a week off. On Wednesdays, I do nothing for my stream. Tuesday, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, I stream. Through Tuesdays and Thursdays, I just stream for a few hours. On Saturdays and Sundays, I stream for 6 hours and edit 3 hours of stream. And then on Monday and Friday, I edit 6 hours of stream. So I've got a lot of work. Now, my editing of streams is usually not very complicated. I don't have to download them. I just edit them in the Twitch highlight editor, export them to YouTube. But I do have to double check. I was editing one yesterday, and one of the highlights, the ending didn't end right, and so I had to go back and re-edit it. But I keep the time markers. I take pictures. So sometimes in the Twitch editor, there's certain sections, seconds, or certain second breaks or something that it can't handle, and it adds 10 more seconds to the beginning or to the end. So I try to verify everything now. I didn't always used to verify everything so carefully, but I try to verify everything now. This is doing okay in the mud. I got chain tires on. It's doing okay in the mud. It's, or no, I don't have chain tires on. That's right. I have my, the mud tires I usually use on. That's why it's doing so well in the mud. Once I switch to the chain tires, you'll see it's not going to do as well in the mud. But it will get me up that icy slope. I'll still need assistance probably to get over the rocks, but it should get me up the icy slope. But then after the icy slope is mud. And so there's no winning, you know, there's no winning for losing. You gotta, when you're in a cold environment where there might be ice, the only chain tires that are available on this are all chains. You don't have the option of doing half chains. I didn't realize chain tires even available for this vehicle. I had messed that up. I had missed that. I thought I had tried to put them on once and decided to use the Brigadier for my chain tire vehicle. Because even on snowy areas where you're going to get deep snow, which is the same as mud, I mean, the mud tires are as useful on deep snow as they are on mud. They're the most useful. So it's just, even on snow maps, the mud and deep snow is more of a threat than ice. So you kind of need a specialized truck with chain tires, possibly to haul a big vehicle that doesn't have them up the icy slope. Now this thing is heavy, so it has a lot of traction. It's if I was speaking with my scientific training, I would say the normal force is great. So that means the friction is higher, just because it's heavy. The normal force is the force that is down towards the center of the earth. So how much something weighs, that's how strong the normal force is. Actually, it's considered perpendicular to the surface. It isn't necessarily flat on the earth. But the force of gravity determines the normal force based on the angle of the slope. If you know physics, basic mechanics more than I do, please correct me in chat, because that will help improve my engagement numbers. Okay, we're here. Now we got to do something tricky. And I can do it with this vehicle, or I can do it with another vehicle. You want to get this over here. Actually, maybe I want to back it up some, or move it over some. Yeah, I want to get it right next to the logs. What am I doing? I can work with that. I'm at the wrong angle, but I can work with that. The idea is to roll the trailer over to get all the logs out. Oh, I made the angle to... I went past my 15 degrees. I'm not going to be able to straighten it back out now. Why do I do this to myself? Because I'm not that good. I did play MudRunner. I should be able to do this. Okay. Now I should be able to straighten it out and get it right over there. I don't even know if it's 15 degrees. It's probably more like 5 degrees. At least I can do this with the semi truck. I can't do it. Definitely can't do it with trailer view. Yeah, that'll work. A little more maybe. Okay. Now, detach the trailer, and this is probably the best vehicle to do it with. They have to be able to get around, get to the other side. The thing to do is to get all the logs out of the trailer. And the easiest way to do that is to just pull on the back side of the trailer and flip it over. Now, I don't have the best crane for doing this, obviously. I don't have... A loading crane is better because then you can grab it with the crane and you get it nice and high. I'm going to see if I can do it with just the winch. If I can't do it with just the winch, then I'll have to go get the loading crane. Which I can use the loading crane now anyway. I don't need the logging crane anymore. But we'll see. Oh! I'm not close enough to be able to winch to the back side of it? Come on. Gotta be. Why is it only letting me winch to that side? I should be able to winch to the other side. Well, it's giving me the back side of the thing, the front, but not the back side of the middle. I'm going at a little bit of an angle, see if that makes a difference. No, that is not good at all. Okay. Well, I know I need to put this in garage anyway, so customize. And I don't know what trailer I'm gonna want, but for now I just want to get the thing turned over. So let's get the loading crane out, which is down here. I know this will work. Now, sometimes it works to just shove it. But I want to be a bit more precise than that. I could have checked to see if I could get the logging crane on here with the flatbed. I think I can. I'm going to need something with the loading crane. So yeah. Oh, I've completely messed this up. I got to be on the other side of the logs. Yeah. Now I'm just dragging the logs to the wrong side. Oh well, that's okay. The logs will not be in a nice neat pile, but that's okay. They would be up against each other anyway. Not sure what I'm trying to accomplish here. I want to be to the side of it. So I wanted to be on this side of the logs, but I've already ruined where the logs are. Let's see if I can ruin where the logs are some more. Yeah, let's go down here and turn around. The two logs. I moved the two logs over because I drove over them. Well, let's drove over them some more. While I grab this trailer. There we go. A little more. A little more. No, they're not moving over. Oh, a little bit. Okay. Now, see? The crane can lift the other side. And it has the advantage that it can get also up to help lift. There we go, that's what we want. All right. Pull, pull baby, pull on the winch. Pull, pull baby, there you go. There you go. Now we push the truck forward. And okay. Now we just have to do the same thing again from the other side to straighten it back up. See how easy this is? Okay, it's more cheesy than easy, but you get the idea. Getting the logs unloaded from the trailer can often be a lot harder than just from a pile. And I had 3 on a pile anyway, so. And back over. Back over. Come on, a little closer. Okay, that should be clear enough I can get attached to it now. There's still a log under it, but that's okay. I can get attached. And then sell it. Let's see if I can back the truck, get a wheel in the zone. Yes. All right. Goodbye, trailer. Hello, logs. Now, do I need the loading crane? I would not mind having the loading crane and a semi truck. Let's look at the crane, the trailers available to me. I have your standard medium log trailer, which is that. So I have to see if I can do that and a log trailer and the log loading crane. Because having the log loading crane is useful in case of disaster. The other truck up there does not have a log loading crane. I don't think. It might. Let me see. No, it doesn't have the log loading crane, which is too bad. It could. It has the log carrier front. It could have had the log loading crane, but it didn't. Oh well. So that is one option. If I can get the bed with the log loading crane, that's probably the best option because it's the shortest option. Otherwise, I know I can get the log loading crane with a semi trailer. With the double semi trailer. See, that's the double logging semi trailer. And I know I can get the log loading crane with that, but you can see that's longer and more complicated. I can't tell. Let me go ahead and buy it because I can always sell it. I can't tell. Oops. Yeah, see, there's a double joint there. There's a pivot point there and a pivot point there. So it's got a double pivot point. So that would be more difficult to maneuver and back up and stuff. So I would rather see if I can get the log bed with the log bed with the logging crane. If I can't, I might just give up on the logging crane. And if things get dumped, I'll come back. Just hope things don't get dumped. They shouldn't get dumped. But we'll see. I do need a logging crane regardless to get those things out here. So I might... Oh, I need a logging crane regardless, don't I? That might be my only option. Let's see. Let's go back to the garage. I do need a logging crane to load them. I don't have any other truck here that has a logging crane. Well, I could bring the Brigadier over here. The Brigadier's not doing anything. Okay. Here's... What can I do? Oh, first of all, let me put the chain tires on before I forget. Because I think those will help me. Because of the icy slope. And I think they might help more on the rocks, too. Because I think they're like slippery rocks. Frozen rocks. Otherwise, they're like asphalt, so I don't know. And those chain tires might actually be better on asphalt. Oh, wrong button. These mud tires are average on-road, and the chain tires are also average on-road. What, they're not going to be the same. They're both average, doesn't mean they're identical, but yeah, I think I'll keep those. Now, let's see. Frame add-ons. I want the log crane. Now, can I put the logging bed on with the crane? I have a feeling I can't. Medium logging frame? No, I can't put the medium logging frame on with the crane. Now, I could still do what I want to do and bring the Brigadier over here with the logging crane. The Brigadier is not really doing anything. So let's go to the map. I can't bring the other ZiKZ over here. The other ZiKZ is busy. Can I not access the map? Oh, I can't access it from here. The Brigadier is there, and it's configured with a goofy crane, a failure crane, because I was trying to use this crane to get at the logs. So we can just recover that and put the logging crane on here. And then I might as well give it something else, like I can't do like flatbeds, but I can do a saddle, I think. No, I can't even do a saddle with the logging crane on this thing. Okay. Anything else with the logging crane? Anything else? Oh, I can do a logging crane and the log carrier front. Okay, that makes sense. All right, well, just the logging crane then. Okay. The Brigadier will do the log loading then, because I think it'll be easier to use the standard single hitch trailer. Well, the hitch trailer has two points of access too, because 2 pivot points too. I still think it'll be easier. It'll be lighter. So we will get rid of the logging crane. We will instead do the medium log. Log frame. And now I might as well get that loading crane with it. No, I can't put the loading crane either. I thought I could. Okay, well, that's all I can put then. Yeah, okay. We will keep that. And I will go without a loading crane. I'll just take my chances. Which I should be okay doing. Let's advance to morning, shall we? And I will go as far over here as I can to make room for the other truck to load everything. And do it. Well, we're medium log, so I can do them both at once. Get it so they're both within range. Long trailer. Okay. Is that about right? Wait. Why can't I see? Okay. Yeah, that's about right. All right. Now we pull the other vehicle out. Keep the brake on. Go to the garage. And the fun will start next episode because I don't have time right now to get all this done. But I can get everybody in position. Get this guy so the crane is more important to get close here, I think. Get the crane right in between, the crane base, right in between those two. Oh, let's go for it. Wrong way. Boy, driving this from the side can be difficult. I apologize that it's a little dark. It's the lightest I can get it in the morning. Okay, good enough. Whoops, wrong button. Still wrong button. No, there. Stop. Oh, I'm going to get this. Not even backing up. No, I can't get it the right distance. There. Perfect. All right. Now, these trailers are kind of difficult because of the height, but it's medium logs, so, you know, I should be okay. And let's just make sure I can reach the end of those. I might not be able to. I might end up being too far away from that far log. Yeah, I'm way too far away from that long log. Okay, I gotta move over. I might have to move the other truck over as well. Whoa! Oh, yeah, I definitely got too close. Let's not tip that over. Oh, I'm hitched. That darn trailer. Stop. Stop grabbing on me. Was it the anchors that are grabbing? I didn't bother to lower the anchors. What is this grabbing on? I'm winched on it. How was I winched on it? Okay, that's the problem. Now I'm going to have a little bit more of a challenge. Okay. Now I can definitely grab all the logs, I think. Yeah, I can grab all the logs for sure now. So now it's a matter of fixing this truck. Wait. Okay, fixing this truck. First thing I'm going to do is sell that trailer to make sure I get a trailer that's nice and steady, that's pointed flat, so I don't have to load them in crooked on the back. Yeah, this was probably the better idea of doing it this way. No, wrong button again! No, wrong button again! Why do I keep hitting the wrong button? That's okay, though. Log trailer. Buy it. The joys of being able to do this. Let's pull it forward a little. I hit the wrong button again, I know. I did! I hit the winch button! That's probably what I hit last time when I was trying to adjust everything. That's why I went all crooked. Okay. Start the engine. I'm good. Switch trailers. Change trucks. Alright, my anchors are out. I'm going to have a hard time with that log in front of me. I'll have to undo the anchors to grab that. I might have to do weird things to get it out of there. But I can get the back logs. I can get one. I can get 6 in there. And then I can adjust again to get the other 6 that are in the front for the second load. And then we'll be ready to go. But we get to watch that fun in the next episode. So for those of you who are watching on Twitch, stick around. I'll be back. I wish I could get better lights on this thing. I can't. For those of you watching on Twitch, stick around. I'll be back in just a few minutes. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, though, that's going to be it for this YouTube episode. SnowRunner comes out on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@RollCageTV, every day. 7 days a week at noon, U.S. Central Time. If you're watching on Twitch, that hasn't happened yet. It starts out the first of the year. But Twitch, YouTube, every day of the week, 7 days a week at noon, U.S. Central Time, which is 6 p.m., almost always in the UK, and yet, ironically, almost never 6 a.m. in New Zealand, though it is plus or minus an hour, depending on the time of year, thanks to daylight savings time, and thanks to all of you for watching. Twitch, again, stick around. Don't go anywhere. I'm coming right back. YouTube, next episode. Either way, I will see you then.